All right, we are live. Thank you everybody for joining us. My name is Tim Owens. As I had said in the previous sessions, I'm the virtual VSTE virtual. I think there's still questions about which order we go in there. The conference chair for this event. We want to thank you all for joining, both live as well as these will be recorded and available after the fact as well. And I'm joined today by Lisa Alkinsell and Kim Harrison, who are going to talk to us about virtual worlds, which I think is really interesting because I think we've all felt a little bit of Zoom fatigue with all the various meetings and the ones, you know, that we've been in on the day-to-day stuff. And we're thinking through what can we do in the classroom that's not that, right? So, so welcome, and I'll let you all take it from here.
Yay.
Okay, you start, Lisa.
Okay. Well, welcome. Hi, I'm Lisa Alkinsell. A little bit about myself. I'm a retired teacher of 40 years. The last part of my career was spent as an instructional technology specialist, but I became interested in virtual worlds a little bit after becoming that specialist. And I participate in the VSTE space on Second Life and the VSTE server for Minecraft, where we're more than willing to help out new people who want to come in and join us. So take it away, Kim.
Okay, so I'm basically the same. I was an instructional technology specialist for Virginia Beach at a different school from Lisa. We've known each other since we were webmasters for the beach as classroom teachers. And I heard about Second Life on a podcast in about 2008. I think it was David Werlick who was talking about all the educators who are networking and gathering in this virtual world. And I wondered, what was that about? I was home for a couple of weeks from a little short medical procedure and thought, well, I've got time to try it. And it scared me to death, and I loved it all at once. So I went back to my ITS meetings and talked to Lisa and a couple other people, and we decided to try this together. So I am addicted. I've been addicted ever since. So I've been here since 2008. VSTE has supported us as a PLN, and we've had meetings virtually for 12 years, almost every single Monday night. So we're going to switch to my avatar instead of me. And Lisa's also here, and she's going to be running around as Jasmimo. I'm Thunder, and I will follow her. So that.
Yay. Okay, not seeing it yet.
No, okay. I'm sharing.
I see it on my end, so I think the stream sees it as well.
Okay, all right. So we call this VSTE space. It's the third virtual space in Second Life that VSTE actually has owned. Started out with a very small parcel, then for years we had an entire island, and now we have this space, which is perfectly adequate. We can have meetings in here. We have some help for beginners. These boxes are all clickable. When you click them, you receive objects or notes or landmarks in your inventory. So let's go out.
Also, note cards that tell you information about VSTE and VSTE space and the organization.
One of the things that we do here, at least once 1 week a month, is have a social where we're just gathering. Not everybody is an educator, but most of us are at least interested in education. And we just play games or something and talk and visit. And you know, last night during our meeting, it wasn't a social, but when the meeting part was over, the people who are still in-service teachers enjoyed talking about how their school is going to begin this next school year under our current COVID conditions. And, you know, that's the kind of thing, the personal touch that really helps for us to all be together. When we're here, you may feel odd when you first come here, but when we're here after our experience, we have a feeling of presence. We feel that we are here together. And it's like sitting in the same room and in a physical space.
Yes, and especially since a lot of us have been stuck at home these past few months, it's been a great place to meet up with people and socialize. And also, we've continued with our monthly meetings. Matter of fact, last night, our chairman of the PLN, Vasily, I don't know how to pronounce his last name. Anyway, he did a presentation on VR chat, which was very informative, and looks like something some teachers may want to use with their students.
We spend a lot of time talking about other virtual worlds that are suitable for students. We have to say that Second Life is not suitable for students. Dr. Bill Schmachtenberg, who's doing a presentation, I think later today, has brought students in Second Life, but not until they turned 18. He teaches high school, and he's actually had students make presentations to Science Circle on networking with people around the globe that he put them in touch with. Because when you're in Second Life, if you share what you're interested with enough people, your project, your subject matter, the tool that you're looking for that you've never heard of, somebody here will join you and help you and know something you need to know. It's just amazing. And so he works with other geologists from Sweden and I don't even know where, and gets those people in touch with his students via Skype in the classroom. So here, let's just show you a little bit more of VSTE space. We're going to really stick with the playground theme of this conference and have some fun in a minute, but we didn't want to show you VSTE space. These bikes are resers, which means when you click them, you get your own bike and you can hop on and take a ride. And we can go up that little staircase into a street and explore this area of Second Life, this part. Over here, we have our pavilion. In our early days, we had a lot of guest speakers, Kathy Schrock and people talking about Bron Stuckey, people talking about other virtual worlds and things that we wanted to know about. We've had vendors here talk about their Web 2.0 products. But was it last Monday? It was time for a social. So we put a runway here with some lights and we had a freebie fashion show so that people could show items of clothing, ways they personalize their avatars, getting freebies around in Second Life, where they got them, what they chose, and for fun, we walked the runway and we had Vasily, who we call Blue Barker because that's his Second Life name, described what we were wearing, and it was fun. We do something like that once a month, just to have a good time.
And everyone took it so seriously, making sure that they found outfits that were totally free so that anyone who joined in could see, and we shared what are called landmarks so they could also go get the same outfits if they were interested.
Okay, we have two people here. You can see on my screen, I've got up the this thing that shows who's nearby. Now, Sandy is not part of our group, but Tanisha is. So I'm going to offer friendship to Tanisha. And if she accepts it, I'll be able to bring her along with us on our little tour today. So we're going to go on a couple of places for fun.
Yes.
So Jazz, the first place is
it Dela Cruz Park, I believe, which is a fun park. And you've already gone, haven't you?
No, I'm here. I'm following you. I'm here.
Okay.
Okay, so I'm going to click my inventory and bring up my landmarks right here and find Dela Cruz and double click and I'll be there.
Okie dokie.
And then
I'm
I'll
there waiting for you.
see if I can bring, I can't bring Tanisha unless she's my friend. Let me see. Nope.
One of the things we like to do when we're in Second Life, if we just want to kind of relax, blow off some steam, is get together with a bunch of other avatars or our friends and explore other Sims that are out there. There are quite a few educational Sims, but there are also some that are just fun. Dela Cruz Park is one of those places. It's almost like going to, say, a carnival or Busch Gardens type place. You can ride a roller coaster, go down a water slide. You can even fly on a dragon if you're interested. But just to have fun.
So this
And
is
it's
the sort of
amazing.
thing.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I'm sorry, I interrupted you. This is the sort of thing we would do on one of our social weeks. So we're going to ride the, I don't know what it's called, the roller coaster first. And I just click here on the sign and it puts me there. And then we have to go up here.
Yeah, there's a little bit of a delay for people watching. So
Okay. We'll slow down a little bit.
I'll
So we
try
just-
sitting in the first car and
I'm
hopefully
gonna
it'll let
sit in
you
the
sit in the
back.
back one.
Now it automatically puts me in mouse look so that I can look all around like I am in my avatar, which is kind of interesting. This makes the ride more fun. So as we go, and Jazz has to type start in
Oh,
chat
so
to
sorry.
make it start.
Falling behind on my
I'll be
duties.
able to see Jazz enjoying the roller coaster while I'm in the back seat.
Hopefully you won't get seasick or motion sickness.
Yeah, that's a bit of a thing in virtual worlds to overcome. I find it worse in Minecraft actually than I do in Second Life.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, what's amazing is in Second Life, there are tons of creators out there who have built and created everything you see, from like this carnival ride that we're on to the clothing and the avatars that we wear.
My screen froze right at the moment. That would have been fun to see. Oh well.
Oh yeah, I'm watching myself have a great time. And I even did the thing you're not supposed to do, put my hands in the air.
Yeah.
But
Upside
what's fun
down.
is when you visit one of these virtual parks and you have, 8 or 9 other people with you also having fun. And we tend to go off in different directions. And one person's like, hey, come over here and try the bungee jump, or hey, come over here and fly on the dragon. It really becomes a fun time. And you can chat with each other through text or actually voice. We tend to use voice quite a lot. And you can set up private conversations so that if you're in someone else's sim, you're not talking to everyone who's there. You're just talking to the people within your one group. But a lot of times when we're having presentations, say on VSTE Island, or VSTE Space, I'm sorry, we'll have the presenter in voice and everyone else is kind of like back channel chatting about the presentation. Kind of like what people are doing right now as they're watching the YouTube presentation.
Okay, so I've got to get over this railing. Somehow I got off on the wrong side of the thing.
Yeah, you need to get back to this.
And I cannot see my little thing that lets me fly. So I'm going to.
Well, if you come to the sign on the other side of the track, you can click it. I wonder if it works from clicking the back and takes you back.
I managed to get here. I couldn't get to the front of the sign because of where I got dumped out of the ride. Okay, so let's try the next one.
What do you want to do? I almost wonder
Got the
if we
water
should have-
slide.
Let's try the water slide. Okay.
All right, now this one is a little tricky.
We
go
have to
over
go up.
here and click this. And then I have to stand. There we go.
Yay. What a great view from up here.
Now, let me see if I see you.
Oh, I think you're going to have to follow yourself down the water slide.
Did you already
because
go or you can't get up?
Whoops,
There you are.
I lost the thing I needed to sit on. Okay, I'll go.
All right, I'm watching you and then I'll go after you if it
Alrighty.
works.
Ooh. Trying to get a ride. Ah, there we go. Here we go. Hope I don't get water up my nose. So hopefully those of you that are joining us, when you read the description of our session, you notice that we included, oops, I'm not working right. We included a slideshow about how you could get started in Second Life if you wanted to create your own avatar. Oh, I just fell off the slide. For some
Okay, let
reason,
me
it's
try.
not working for me. So maybe you should try. Anyway, we included a slideshow about how you would download the software and set up your own avatar through a safe place. There is a Rockcliffe University, which allows you to set up and get you in a place that has tutorials for people just learning how to maneuver and work in Second Life.
And it makes Rockcliffe University's space automatically be your home. That used to happen at ISTE. ISTE had a huge presence in Second Life. And they had 4 islands and they often had guest speakers. And the reason they had 4 sims together was so that they could have up to 100 people listening to a talk that somebody was giving. And they have slowly but surely reduced their presence until now there's a group of ISTE people who pay for it themselves and just have a small Linden home where they still have meetings. Once a month they have a speaker, and they recently had a virtual conference where they had all these people who were big in the ISTE and Second Life group about 12 years ago come back. A lot of them came back, and it was really great conference. Great to see everybody. We belong to several other groups in Second Life that are educational, like Virtual Pioneers, that are a group of people interested in other cultural and historical sims. They do tours every other week on Sunday nights. There is a huge group of librarians in Second Life, and they curate Second Life content and sites and talk a lot about cybersecurity and that sort of thing. They keep a list of all the groups that are educational that people might want to join, and I meet with them every once in a while. There's a huge conference every year. Go ahead.
Yeah, I was going to say we could put a plug in for ISTE tonight at 8 o'clock Eastern, or what we call 5 p.m. Second Life time, which is Pacific time. ISTE is actually having a focus session on teaching with roadblocks. I believe it's a game that kids are very involved in. And I believe, and the person's name is Genevieve Johnson. So if any of you are in Second Life and are interested, that will be taking place, I believe, on the ISTE sim. If not, if anyone messages me or needs the note card with the landmark, I'd be happy to share it.
Kim and Lisa, we did have a couple questions in the chat that I wanted to relay to you. Some folks are wondering, in terms of device compatibility, PC and Mac, Chromebooks, things like that. And also a couple people are going to be using Canvas, and they wondered what it would look like to sort of integrate this into their class. Are you linking to that and having the students open it? What does that kind of look like in terms of running it as a class?
Well, it doesn't work on Chromebooks. In fact, it takes a pretty robust computer. I used to try to use my HP laptop that was issued to me by the school system, and I could get into Second Life and I could do a few things. The visual wasn't as good as it is on my gaming laptop. But again, you really don't want to bring your students here. There's adult content. Anything you can do in the real world, you can do here and more. And so this is a place for networking with your colleagues. I did use images from Second Life and even took my students there on a big screen occasionally if I could find content that helped me with the lesson I was doing. Not for a very long time, but like first graders were learning about day and night. And I can easily change my sun settings here. And so we played with that a little bit. Just me on a big screen. And I was even careful not to let the kids see me log in so they wouldn't really know where it was I was taking them. I didn't want them to go home and go, oh, my teacher showed me Second Life today. Let me see if I can find it on my computer. I didn't want to be responsible for that.
There are people that have done like screen captures of various historical tours and places, and then turn that into a video or a YouTube video and shared it that way. But it will run on a MacBook. I have a MacBook Pro. I have a friend who has a MacBook Air, and it has run fine there for her. But like Thunder, I'm so used to calling her Thunder when we're in Second Life. Like Kim said, it is not for students. It's mainly for you to network. I mean, I could see a bunch of educators getting in here, and we've done it, and exchange ideas for projects and things that we're working on at our schools. It's also a way to connect with other people from around the world. We've met with educators from Australia, England, numerous places.
That makes a lot of sense. And, you know, I'm going to do a shout out to Bill Schmachtenberg, who's in the chat answering lots of questions from folks.
Oh, good.
And I know,
way to go, Bill.
Yeah. And I know you all have regular meetings too. And so folks who may be watching this going, I have no idea where to get started, what to do. This is all way over my head. You all have had a group exploring not just Second Life, but other virtual worlds too. And we'll be highlighting some of those sessions throughout the next 2 days with these events. But I would just say, what days and times do you all typically meet? Is it monthly? Is it weekly? When can somebody expect to get some help if they were to figure out how to load the software and get in here?
So we meet every Monday at 8 p.m. Eastern time. We are in Second Life every Monday night. Except the first Monday of the month when we're in our Minecraft space. So, and we're also here, Lisa and I are also here on VSTE space Saturday mornings from 9 to 11 Eastern time. And we do that specifically to help newcomers get their feet wet and figure out how to move, how to communicate, how to change your avatar's appearance, you know, whatever it is that you need to do.
Right.
You need to learn.
How to sit, how to fly. Important things.
So I've just dropped 2 landmarks on Tanisha. If Tanisha wants to try to follow us, if she friended me, if they friended me, I could teleport them to where we are. But aside from that, if she goes to her inventory and clicks the landmark that I gave her, they can go to where we're going to be. So let's go to
Hapuna Surf Beach?
Yeah, let's go surfing.
Oh, cool. One of my favorite things to do.
So I'm going to open my inventory and double click the landmark.
Right. And while we're waiting for images to res, that's what it's called when you land somewhere and not everything is quite clear. If it hasn't resed for you yet. There are quite a few universities and colleges out there that have spaces in Second Life. Is it Northern Virginia Community College, NOVA?
Yes.
That has a space?
Yes. And they actually do use their space for students because their students are adults. And that has come in really handy during the COVID crisis. Our friend, Greg Perrier, his real life name, brings students in there, and he's a biology teacher, but he's had colleagues at Nova bring students doing all sorts of things. But that's a sim maybe we could go to if we have time, just to look around. One of the cool things about that sim is somebody, I guess the biology people, have huge replications of body parts, like the ear, that you can fly through and go in and look at the parts. You can't do that in real life. So Second Life does afford you some things that you can't always do in the real world. So we're going to go over here and click a surfboard.
I've already beat you to it. I'm riding the waves.
All right, let me zoom in on you so they can see you.
Ooh.
There she is.
Oh, that wave petered out on me.
So the animations are in the objects, and all you have to do is get on the objects, and somebody has created all these animations for you so that it looks like you're really surfing. And it's so much fun. The nice thing about Second Life, the reason that we like this better than we've tried Avicon Grid and OpenSim and various other worlds that are based on the same engine. I don't really understand the technology of it all, but they're not as rich an environment as this is, because this has an economy. People can build things that other people want, and you actually can pay for them. So that makes people interested in building these amazing things. This world's all built by the inhabitants, not by Linden Labs, who owns it, but by the people who are here. One of the things that we do at VSTE meetings sometimes is teach very basic building skills. So I'm going to click this surfboard, and there it is. And all I have to do is surf. And I want option 2. Can I get to option 2? Okay.
Oh, you're brave. You're going for option 2.
And my body is sort of sunk in there. So I'm going to, I've got a little tool here where I can raise myself up a little bit there. Okay. So all I have to do is push my forward arrow. I'm still sinking. My forward arrow and my arrow to turn a little bit and grab that wave. And look at me, I'm an expert surfer.
I believe there's actually a surfing association in Second Life, and they hold competitions.
Shark.
Oh, don't surf in the shark.
No, I know. We'll get away from that.
So you can see this could be a fun time, you know, if you've had a faculty meeting in Second Life and you sat around and talked about serious stuff. When you're done, hey, go have some fun, catch a wave.
You can play.
Yay.
Okay. I cannot see. Let me focus on you for a second.
I'm kind of still out here on the waves, but I got somehow stuck behind a wave. Should have stuck with option 1. Okay. I'm sure nobody wants to keep watching me surf. So let's see. I stand up and my surfboard's gone.
Okay.
So I wonder,
I can't get off on my surfboard. The Zoom thing. Can I move this? Oh, I can. Thank goodness. There. I couldn't get to my stand button. Okay. Was there anything else we wanted to do while we were here?
I don't know if we want to just walk around. They have a water slide also. They have swimming pools.
What about the windsurfing thing?
I'm not sure. I believe they have a teleport board. It was, oops.
Oh, that's right. Okay.
One of the things we like to do in Second Life is actually go to concerts. There are live musicians that perform with their virtual avatar.
Yeah, if you're into music, there's a lot here to listen to. Or you could be the one performing. I've recently learned how to be a DJ just long enough to play songs that we like for VSTE's parties. And that's really fun.
So I don't see the windsurfer yet. Maybe you do.
No, I think that it was just like over here on the beach somewhere.
That was at Kona Beach.
Oh, okay. Never mind. So why don't we go to Nova?
Speaking of avatars, someone in the chat was asking how you might change your avatar. Is that something you create when you create the account? And
yes,
I see there's clothing option. There's all kinds of stuff in there, and they were wondering what that looks like.
Right.
So, yeah.
I'm looking to see if I can.
Jazz, you talk about it. I'm going to show them the choices that are just here that you can just choose.
Okay, I was looking for the avatar picker. When you first sign up for an account, you are allowed to pick from various avatars. There are what they call the old classic avatars, and there are some that are mesh. And once you get in world, that's what we call it, and you're comfortable with maneuvering and walking around, I would say do that first. Then you can actually go to the choose an avatar within the actual program and pick a different one, or you can go out and search for avatars. They actually have people that sell them within Second Life. Second Life has its own currency and oh gosh, what's the word I want to use?
Economy.
Yeah, economy, where creators make things and sell them. For example, the avatars that Kim and I are both using are called mesh avatars. We had to pay for those, real money, to be able to look like we were. But you don't have to do that. You can come into Second Life, which I did for probably the first 12 or 15 years of being in here. Have I been in here that long? No, not that long. Anyway, the first 5 or 6 years, I was only a free member. I did not sign up for a monthly account, so to speak. You can sign up for free, and I tried to keep my avatar as basic as possible and buy free things. And after I retired, I was spending more time in here. I said, hey, I need to kind of upgrade myself a bit. So, you know, you can change your avatar. You can change your clothes, your hair coloring, your shoes, pretty much anything you would do in real life, you can do here in Second Life.
Oh, Dodge is online. Let me see if I can get.
Oh, good. Dodge is.
Dodge is the
Nova.
Yeah, you talk. I'll find him.
Okay. See, these are people we've networked with through Second Life. We have later gone on and met some of these people in real life, but through our exploring and looking for other educational groups, we found Dodge, his real name is Greg Perrier, and he manages the sim for Nova, the Northern Virginia, is it a community
Community
college? I
college.
believe?
Yep. Yep.
Right. And like Thunder said, we've had various meetings there where he has shown us some of the things they're doing with their students. Matter of fact, I have the landmark for the organs thing. If we want to go there real quick, check our time. Oh, we have time.
We do. All right. So
Okay.
let's see.
I dropped the landmark on you.
Okay, he's going to try to meet us there, but he's got to get back to real life soon.
Okay.
So Dodge has let me see, where'd you give me the landmark? Okay. Dodge has left Virginia and retired and moved to California, but Nova still has him managing the space because it's hard to find somebody that will take on that responsibility for no pay and really feels comfortable here.
Right, things are rezzing in slowly. I don't know if you look off to your left. I don't know if Thunder can cam over there. They can
Okay,
see various boards. Those are classroom spaces, I believe, that the university uses. You know, where students might have assignments to come in and do some research.
So you'd click this sign, you get a note card, and it gives the student information, directions, step by step what they need to do. These boards give more information. They have students actually do this, especially since COVID. But what I love is I can walk right up to this structure that Dodge or somebody has built, and I can fly.
Which one is this one?
And
Is this the eye or the ear?
If I go into mouse look, you can stop seeing me and see the actual structure.
You know, if I clicked on that one below, I could probably find out what it is.
So, very interesting. The things you can do in Second Life that you can't do in the physical world.
Right.
Go inside an ear.
Well, I notice Bill is doing a great job of telling people in the chat about us. I notice also he mentioned Science Circle. We should probably mention that if there are any science teachers out there who might be interested in coming in. I believe they meet on Saturday mornings also.
I think about 11 our time. And they have scientists from various disciplines lead discussions about, that's kind of hard landing. Lead discussions about various topics. I've been to a few of them. I'm sure Bill, who we call Day Miami, is there every week, just about.
Well, this one must be on human
So
anatomy.
in the absence of being able to go to school, sometimes the students at Nova have to come into Second Life and follow these directions and present some artifact of evidence that they've done the work to their teachers.
And you can actually, there's something called Web on a Prim. Some people still use it. You can embed a YouTube link or video that can be watched within Second Life. VSTE, I believe, I don't know if they still do it, used to do TED Talks where you would gather with other avatars in Second Life and watch a TED Talk from YouTube and then discuss it afterwards. By the way, did we mention our book group that we're doing this summer?
No, we didn't. Go ahead.
Every summer we try to have some sort of book group or book study. Sometimes it's an educational book dealing with technology, but sometimes we just want a break and we read something for fun. As a matter of fact, one year we read the book Ready Player One, which some of you may have seen that movie recently. And this year we're reading a book called Sandbox Paradise, I believe. Do I have that title right? And we've already had one meeting. Next Monday, we meet again. And the person that wrote the book, Yvonne, I can't think of her last name.
DeBand.
DeBandy.
Yvonne
Yeah.
DeBand.
She's actually going to come into Second Life and meet us on Monday, next Monday, as we discuss the middle part of the book that we're reading. You'll probably hear more about her from Bill Schmecklenburg when he presents on some other virtual worlds that he is using, who I believe she's the creator behind some of those too.
So in our sandbox information that we put in this conference, we have slides to exactly how to get here, create an account. It's all free. We spend money here. You don't have to. Also, we have a Facebook page where we put information. And if you look through those posts, we have put down information numerous times about how to get here, how to find us on Saturday mornings. We usually post in Facebook a reminder that, hey, we're here. It's office hours Saturday morning and we're here. So I really hope that more of you will join us. We need more in-service teachers, especially since Jazz and I have retired, because as soon as you retire, you get a little bit out of touch. Like, we haven't experienced this COVID situation you are all going through. We're very curious about it, and we love hearing about it and what you're doing, and I wish we could help solve problems, but we're just not there anymore.
Right. But one of the things we do at some of our meetings, what we used to do when we were involved, when we'd learn about a new app or program, say something like Flipgrid, for example, or Book Creator. I see we have some new avatars back here on VSTE Space.
I'll have to come.
I learned about, I think, Flipgrid from attending a session that someone did in Second Life. I also learned about Book Creator. Oh gosh, I can't even think of some of the apps now. But various apps that students were using in the classroom, we learned about it here first. And then we were able to go back and experiment on our own with those apps and share that information with our faculty and staff. I see our illustrious leader has joined us here. She looks like she's ready to go back and go surfing, though.
She does.
Yes. I don't know if you can see her.
Yeah.
Witchy Richie Witherspoon, aka Karen Richardson, is also one of our virtual members here in Second Life, and she joins us occasionally. She still has her original classic avatar. And I see, is it Tanisha Hutchinson is also running around the sandbox. That's great.
Yay, she's been working. She's figured out how to change her appearance.
Yeah. And J.G. Watney looks like she's joined us. And this is an example of one of the avatars you get to pick from when you sign up for an account. She looks like she's ready to go out to a classroom and sit down and learn, or take her little dog with her for a walk. She has her iPad all ready to go. Some of the accessories and things they give you, you can leave them attached or you can detach them. That's one of the basic things you would learn. Now what Thunder is doing, or Kim, when she meets a new avatar, she's really good about this. She looks at their profile and takes notes about them so that if she runs into that avatar again later, she can remember who it was in real life, maybe where they met, what educational groups they may belong to. And that's something, that's one way you find out a little bit more about the educators you may be meeting up with and talking to. You also find from checking profiles from other people what things they're interested in, and you can learn about other sims and areas to visit, because there's a place in your profile where you can list your favorite sims or spaces, your favorite shopping places too.
So I'm showing the profile, Jazz's profile, and these are the groups she belongs to. You can find a group about absolutely anything that you're interested in, honestly. A lot of these are educational groups, and some of them are clothing stores that she likes to visit frequently to see what they have for free. If you have a website, you can add it. You can check what you're interested in. Your picks are the places that you want to show other people. They might want to look at your profile and say, well, what are her favorite places to go in Second Life? I need a new place. Anything you want to tell about yourself. Of course, you don't have to show your real life face or name. In fact, most people in Second Life don't tell you who they really are or where they're from or what they do, but educators generally do.
I was going to say,
share.
but most educators do. Yeah.
Yep.
Well, I see we're getting kind of close to I think we've probably gone over our time limit. I do hope that those of you that do sign up for an account will join us on Saturday mornings starting at 9 o'clock. If you can find VSTE Space, or if you find us on InWorld, we will teleport you here and help you learn how to maneuver, answer questions. And like I said, we can do that in voice chat or text chat, whatever you're most comfortable with. And also check out our Facebook page. We post a lot of times what's happened at some of our meetings, or what is coming up. So look for us. We're listed as VSTE Virtual Environments PLN.
Awesome. And I also just want to give a shout out again to Bill Schmachtenberg for being there in the chat and answering lots of questions from folks. The other thing that I wanted to mention is that Second Life obviously isn't the only virtual world, and so, people from your group as well as you two both will be talking at other sessions during this 2-day event. We've got at 1 o'clock, I believe we've got a session on virtual reality and just virtual worlds in general. You all are going to be talking again tomorrow about Minecraft at 10 o'clock. And then at 1 o'clock tomorrow, Bill will be in there talking about 3D web worlds, which is compatible with Chromebooks and being able to embed stuff and visit different places within there. So lots of really interesting stuff. I think somebody mentioned in the comments of the YouTube chat that it seems like with the COVID-19 crisis that, more than ever, these kind of virtual learning spaces are going to be just more and more important. And I think that's absolutely right. And so I appreciate you all taking the time today to show people around, show them VSTE Island and all the various places in Second Life that people can go and visit, and kind of give people a taste of what that looks like. And thank you. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
All right. Y'all take care. Bye.
Thanks.
Bye-bye.
Thanks, Bill.